Look, I'm going to show you how I want to play the Hero Wars. Thank you. Okay, here we go now, guys. Thank you. Yay! Wow!
I was browsing on YouTube the other day looking for inspiration and ideas on what to create next, and this particular video caught my attention. That is because this video is more or less a copy of my breakout video. I mean, just take a look. The two band logos, the person in the middle, it is more or less the same thumbnail style. Now, of course, the face is obviously different, and we all know who is the one more handsome here, right? Right? But that's not all. Even the title for his video is the same as mine. Every single letter. Well, not every single one. The last two characters are different. I just want to point it out because his content is different though. In his video, he talks about YouTube analytics and how to use numbers to gauge if quality matters. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know what it is at the end, but if you want to watch it, go ahead. Now, you're not going to believe this, but when I first saw it, I felt proud that someone with over 200,000 subscribers actually copied my title and thumbnail for his video. I mean, I guess from the creative point of view, that's an insult to the creator, but hey, if anyone wants to copy my title and thumbnail, I say go ahead. Because the way I see it, it validates that I'm doing something right, because you only copy from the best since they are doing things correctly. And you learn from those who are making mistakes, of course. But here's the thing. Is it ethical to copy other YouTube videos? This might not be the answer some of you would agree with, but in my opinion, 100% yes, but not in the way you might imagine. The fact of the matter is, everyone on YouTube copies one another in some way. Because, frankly speaking, that is probably the fastest way to succeed on YouTube. Just take Mr. Beast for example. I'm sure by now you would be used to his thumbnail style. It is always him at the side, it always has the same contrast, and the background is always like the one you see in Windows XP. But it works well for him, and when it works, many channels, big or small, start copying him. It may not be a direct copy, but at first glance, they look roughly the same, and this is what I call the Mr. Beast thumbnail. I think the disrespectful part for me is it can make Mr. Beast's thumbnail look boring fast due to oversaturation. If everyone is doing similar styles, viewers are going to get exposed to it a lot and get bored fast. And this is by no means wrong. It's just business. It's just competition. And everyone copies from one another in some way. For example, we have Coca-Cola and we have Pepsi. Similar drink, different taste. Or how about the iPhone and Samsung? They have been copying each other's features for years. And what about electric vehicles? Tesla was the one that started it, gains market share and traction, then suddenly every single car manufacturer is jumping on as well. I guess what I'm trying to say here is there's a difference between copying and modeling. Copying is just blatant copy. To better explain this, I suggest you watch the video by Jerry Rigs Everything, where he explains his products were copied by a big known company and they can't even be bothered to do their quality assurance properly. It is a good video that really explains the extent of copying, so give it a watch after you're done with this video. However, modeling is different. It may sound like copying, but it is actually a part of innovation, at least to me. Let's use my own video and Marcus Jones's video as a case study. I am going to break this down into three elements: the title, thumbnail, and video quality. Let's start with thumbnail. When you look at them side by side, you can see that the style here is very much modern style of mine. Using a black background, a white background, it also has why did you make the subtle changes though? More than mine, you probably has much more experience. Maybe is the same. The finger pointing is basically an action to get your attention. So you see, you can model the thumbnail and it may look like a copy sometimes, and that's not preventable because the whole point of modeling a thumbnail is to keep the message consistent so that people click. You don't want to change too much till it doesn't work anymore. Okay, let's check the titles now. This here is consistent. I say, because the difference is too subtle. Now, the title is quite the model, and most ends up copying the mistake. Why is that? Because the title is what the YouTube algorithm uses to index something, at least to normal indexation uses metadata provided in the video to understand what the video is about, and then the algorithm do some funky stuff with it. So if you think about it, the title plays a more important role in getting picked up by the YouTube algorithm, which is of course what we want. The tricky part here is which words YouTube algorithm right? Well, we don't know, and it is impossible to find out. So, now back to our case study. Notice how his title is the exact same as mine, almost word for word, except the very end where he changes channel to channels. So the difference here is very subtle. Mine is singular and his is plural, and that's perfectly fine, because the algorithm categorizes both plural and singular words as one. Therefore, essentially, what he has is still the same title as mine. And the algorithm has both our titles the same way. And so that, in my eyes, is copying for a reason. The other reason is important, or as I like to call it, and you may have noticed it in your home screen, either because it's getting pushed or maybe you have watched one yourself. These titles to me are what I like to call leverage and not copy. The reason is because even though the titles sound the same, they actually gave a completely different meaning to the video. Sure, the concept right away is going to be different. But I would say doing it this way is a better chance of at the same time allowing the algorithm to explain faster because the algorithm is something about in the data, and the algorithm knows who the audience are already for this type of video, hence it can get pushed right away to its pool of tested audience. Once it gets pushed, it is up to the content creator to make a difference in order to get clicks and views. If I were to say copy this person's title and create my A Day in the Life of a Software Engineer, well then, what makes my video so special that this pretty lady here hasn't done 6 years ago? But if I could say, A Day in the Life of a Software Engineer in Australia, then that could instantly give a whole different vibe. So if you want to add in some title, think about how you can use their title formats but add for your own unique meaning. I think this is super important, even more than a great thumbnail. Okay, let's move on to the final one, which is copying the video. Honestly speaking, I don't think it is possible to copy someone else's video.
What's up, guys?
Because every content creator's personality is different. The way it's being delivered, the way it's presented is different. I have to copy points in the process, and this is where the line is. You can easily watch someone else's video, listen to their top 5 tips, and then we do a video of our own to talk about the same exact tips, the same exact explanation, and claim it as our own. That to me is not only unethical, but also a downright. I don't want to explain why that is the case because why, but the content is so great that you just can't ignore it. Here's one way I use often. I tend to watch a few channels who talk about the same topic, then I consolidate the information, curate the information, and add my own spin to it. I'm not copying here. I'm taking what is already facts, then giving my opinion on it with my own research and evidence and story and add-ons and delivery. Because if I were to always try to come up with something new that no one has talked about before, then I will have nothing left to create. So the next time you see a great content, try and identify what you think is missing, what you think you can improve on. I find the best thing to add is usually our own experiences. Every single one of us here has our own experiences. We can combine a successful as a model and inject a story or personal experience to it, then so I hope you can see that some examples I agree. It does look like improve it or turn out much better. Try too hard in trying to reinvent the really working. And this is not limited to YouTube. Even Hollywood movies are the same. Just look at the superhero genre. Everything Marvel and DC created is more or less the same type of content. It is their story and delivery that separates them apart. I know YouTubers like MrBeast created unique content that no one has thought of, and that's why he's as big as he is now. But it is double-edged sword. There's a much higher chance it will fail than it will succeed. But if you think your content is unique enough to go big, then just know the risk and make sure you are able to face the downfall. Anyways, that's all for me. Remember to like and subscribe before you leave. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
Whoa, woo, yay! Ta. Next one. The next one now, dude. Okay. Whoa.
If you're a business owner, then animated explainer videos are the best way to capture attention, get more followers, and drive. On our community tab a while back, I asked you to submit your gaming videos for review, and then I received about 1,400 plus responses. So what I've gone ahead and done is pick a small handful of examples from this list, and I believe these cover a pretty wide range of gaming. My hope is that one thing to see here is tell you how to get better at it. I think it's far more work to sit down and actually look at So, let's start with our first example, and we're going to start with kind of more of a generic Let's Play video. I say generic because I would say this is like the most common type of video you're going to see when you think gaming and YouTube. I don't know how to say this name, but they're called Dunny Onion Rings or Dunny On Rings or something to that effect. They're about to hit 200 subscribers, and they have a specific video they want us to look at, but they said this in their forum response. They're basically telling us that they want to try some new things on their channel. They're trying to bring more of their personality into the content. There's been some tutorials about personality. So right off the bat, what I like about the video is that they're trying to communicate that there's some personality. The game is darker every myself, but they're doing, I would say, a pretty common challenge, which is attacking from again, not kill anyone in an otherwise violent video. Now I'm going to hit play, but first I should probably layer some headphones for audio reasons. The way I'm going to approach this video is as a new viewer. I've just clicked on a video about a pacifist run. Am I going to get that as a new viewer the second I click on it? Let's watch these first few seconds and just kind of see how we're introduced to the content.
Greetings, fellow gamers. I've got something new here today. This is a cleric permadeath, where I play as a complete pacifist at level 1. So I hope you all enjoy it. I'm definitely going to make more of these. So let me know in the comments if that's what you'd like to see.
Every to manipulate. And it worked! 200 million subscribers, 35 billion views, and that's only on his main channel. Nobody does YouTube quite like Jimmy. But how on earth does he do it? Well, one dedicated Reddit user decided to find out, watching hours of MrBeast.
Have you ever wondered what it takes for a small channel to go from grinding to glory on YouTube? Well, let me tell you about a creator who...
MrBeast has been exposed. He is a serious using how on earth does he do it? Decided to find out. Hours for the second psychological and have proven to influence us mere mortals. But despite what some of you might think, these are not just clickbait gimmicks. They're the keys to making his viewers, any viewers, your viewers, click and stay. And as per usual with all elite YouTubers, it starts with the idea. He paid a real assassin to try and kill him. Bought the world's largest mystery box. Filled his brother's house with slime. Never shared stories. That's where Mr. Beast was surprised. He has a novelty effect to everything he does. Consistently creates content far removed from any usual stories you may come across. And that basically forces you to click and explore further. No, really, I'm serious. There is literally a cognitive response from your brain that influences you to physically click due to an increase in interest and curiosity. Now, admittedly, the video concepts Mr. Beast comes up with today can be pretty extreme and impossible to duplicate. But you don't have to go to such lengths to make an impact. If you remember, one of the videos that was literally counting to one. That's one of Mr. Beast's comments. If you browse his channel for any other time, you'll soon realise that big numbers are a common theme, especially when it comes to money. Because here's the thing, at a subconscious level, you're susceptible to vanity metrics. So when your channel has millions of subscribers, you place more value on what they have to offer. And Mr. Beast is betting on it. From the get-go, he makes it clear that he's invested a significant amount of time and money into his content. This, in turn, signals to potential viewers that the content is likely valuable and worth their time. And as a result, they're driven to click and see what's going on. There's actually a term attributed to this, costly signaling. It's designed to show off the level of investment made into a video. And the higher the cost, the higher the stake, and the take, for instance, $500,000. Huge incentive for a seemingly simple task, and you should have to it's practically but extreme numbers aren't the only way to achieve this effect. Here's where Mr. Beast's third mind game comes into play. The use of precise numbers. Going around a Ferris wheel 1,000 times straight, and going through the same drive-through 1,000 times. Now you might wonder why he didn't just say going around a Ferris wheel over and over and over and over. Well, it's because of this. Mr. Beast knows specific concrete information is more likely to stick in your memory than vague details. So the next time you're coming up with a video idea and a title, think about how specific details can have a lasting impact. Well, over time, Mr. Beast's strategic use of numbers has evolved, and you might have noticed this in his recent videos. 1 versus $100 million car, yacht, house. Yes, Mr. Beast has recently developed this incredible map to show down two things that are both the same. This is classic versus what are you gonna I got over 1 million Christmas lights. I buy all these Christmas lights, but I also bought these 3 houses. Son, you can decorate your house. And this is their house. Whoever's house looks the best, we'll keep it. You do this. All right, yes. Thumbs down. I want this one! I picked it out! Why would you steal my light? There's literally like 2 million!
You get yours. No, don't do that.
Don't. We're gonna go with a Mr. Beast themed house. We're gonna manipulate Jimmy to vote for us, pretty much.
We're not gonna win if I don't have lights, okay? I'll point and tell you what to do. How? You wanna win it?
The lights. Look at it!
Why'd you grab the big one? No, there's a million lights up there and you grab these the most. You're right, I have a confession. So, 1 million looks good as the title, but there's actually 7 million lights over there.
He clicked me.
I have a million, but it's 1.7 million.
Yeah.
Clickbait equals 2 million.
That reverses everything.
The challenge is officially underway, Sean, and if this house looks the best, it's yours. You literally have a house. How old are you?
18.
It's crazy how they put so many lights on their houses and they barely made a dent in this pile. Chris's house is looking really nice. Chris, you're doing a good job. You sure about that? Carl, you're doing a good job. Thank you. Chandler's house, on the other hand,
Is what?
whoever's house looks the best keeps the house. I know. We'll just move on. Meeting! You guys are probably wondering, how are we going to determine which house looks the best? Well, here's how. We have 4 judges, and tomorrow morning they're going to rate each of your houses. Our first judge is Matt Pat, the host of Game Theory, this channel, and all these other channels. Our second judge is Quackity. Come on up here.
I'm taking bribes!
And our third judge is Damaris. She is a random subscriber that we randomly picked. The fourth judge is probably the smartest human being on the planet. He's probably really great at everything. Yeah, our fourth judge is me. Hey, everybody. We're gonna rate your houses on a scale of 1 to 10. Whoever has the most points after all 4 of us judge their house wins the house. Let's go. All right, you're wasting time. Get back to decorating. I got some pliers here.
Cheers, to be specific.
I have some shears here. Chandler, you can clip 1 string of lights. Yeah! Oh no, it got the bush. It got all the bushes. Yes! You get to cut 1 cord on Chandler's house.
Be nice, I'm in last.
You cut one of the ones being... Oh my goodness, no. Wait, that's my favorite. Oh, before you do it, I want you to look Cassie in the face. Oh, it did all of them! It did all of them! Yes!
Carl, you better destroy him.
Chris, this is the only strand of lights that leads to the top of your house. If he cuts this, does he cut everything?
Please don't cut that one.
Whoa. Did it cut off the roof? No! That light does nothing!
There, I only lost a bush, so hey, we're chilling.
Actually, you lost 3 bushes.
I'd say our only competitor is Carl right now, and this is we're taking him down.
It's funny how Chandler's pissed off, but he's taking it out on his own house. He's mad that he's falling behind and setting himself more behind.
It's pointless. Why is this here? This is fluff. Doesn't mean anything. Letters to Santa? Guess what? They're empty.
Is that a tree? He just tackled a tree.
These are our trees, Carl!
Technically that's sabotage, but it's funny, so I'll let it slide.
Top beauty lip oils, swatched and more.
We're clearly behind. I need to call everyone I know. We are going to win this. Let's do it. Look, help. 5 minutes later.
I'm glad y'all are here because we're exhausted.
I was home sleeping in the bed, counting shit. Look, we got to make a comeback.
The Howlers are here to win.
I'm really exhausted. I think my family's got it down. I'm gonna go sleep, take a nap, and then be back before it's over. Good night.
So Chandler just went to bed. What? And he said you're taking over the leadership.
I can't even believe that boy lasted this long to start with.
You guys have been doing a good job. The pile is starting to deplete. As you guys know, I bought over 1 million Christmas lights. But that's not all I bought. I also bought hundreds of inflatable decorations, and you guys can use them. Wait.
Now?
Yeah, go for it. Hey, come on, Snowman's mine.
He's mine.
What are you doing? You're gonna take them off?
Go.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
I got chills, and it's not just because it's 38 degrees outside. It's because there are 10 minutes left!
Guys, we have less than 10 minutes. Come on.
Judges, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Let's go.
That's it.
That's it.
We're going to be judging the houses one at a time, starting with Chris's house. So if you're not on Chris's team, leave. Like I said before, we have cards ranging from 1 to 10.